Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. How are you all? I hope that you all are fine. And thanks for watching my channel and your comments, your appreciation. In today's lecture, I am discussing with you literary or poetic devices that is used in English poetry with definition and examples. And I hope this lecture will also be very easy for you to understand this concept. Poetic devices, there are different terms that we use. For example, simile. When we compare two things by using the words as or like. These are called similes as simple. The sun blazed like an angry fire. Here, like an angry fire is a simile. Then we will discuss metaphor. This is also a comparison, but in this comparison, we will not use any word as or like. For example, the road was a ribbon of moonlight. Here, the word a ribbon is a metaphor. It is comparing the road with a ribbon. So, this comparison is a metaphor. Personification makes something which is not alive sound like it is. It means when you are giving some qualities of a person to a thing that is not a human being, this term is called personification. For example, the flower danced. Here, dance is a quality of a human being that is given to the flowers. So, in that sense, it is a personification that is mostly used in the poetry. Then, onomatopoeia. Words which sound like the noise they describe. It means when we use the words that is the name of some kind of sound, so these are called onomatopoeia. Pop, buzz, splash, swish, like that. So the sound words or the sound name, noises, names, so you can say are called onomatopoeia. Alliteration, repetition of the consonant sounds. Consonants, you know that um, we have five vowels in alphabets of English. So except these five vowels, all other alphabets are called consonants. So when there is a repeated sounds of the consonants that we slowly this sly, snake, slithered, here the sound is repeatedly occurring. So these kinds of devices is called alliteration. Assonance. These are the repetition of the vowel sound. Okay. Alliteration is the repetition of the consonant sounds, and assonance is the repetition of the vowel sounds. Bomb dropped soft onto the hot sand. A O sound is repeatedly occurs, so that's why it's resonance. Rhyme. When the same sound words comes at the end of the line, cat, hat, heather, weather, day, lay, like that. So this is called a rhyme. Rhythm, these words when comes into the same pattern, stressed or unstressed syllables in each line, then we called it a rhythm. D dum, D dum, D dum. So like that. There are some other figurative languages, or you can say the devices that are used in the language, English language. Some of these are we have discussed, so that the things that we have not discussed, I will discuss them. Hyperbole, an exaggerated statement used to emphasize a point. When we describe something just impossible, we exaggerate it, then it's a hyperbole. Synecdoche, a figure of speech in which a part is used to represent the whole or the whole for a part. Onomatopoeia, we have discussed, is euphemism, a softer, more inoffensive word. It means you can say a butter covering. When you want to say something harsh, but you use some kind of positive words or hidden words to describe your feelings. So, just to softer words. So, this term is called euphemism. Pun, a play on words, sometimes on different meanings of the same word and sometimes on the similar sense or sounds of different words, just to amuse the readers by using some kind of different words to catch the attention of the readers. So that technique is called pun. Oxymoron, when incongruous or contradictory terms appear side by side. These are called oxymoron. These are the definitions, and we will discuss the examples over here. Alliteration. These are examples of alliteration. The gracious green grass grew. Consonant sounds are being repeated. Ambiguity, then and only then did I come close. Irony, satire, you can say. The 98 years old won the lottery and died the next day. So here is some kind of style in it or irony in it. Simile, when we use the words like or as in a comparison, metaphor, her eyes as bright as the sun. Personification, he stood more motionless or lifeless. Sibilance, the sleek, slimy snake slithered along the sharp sky. Here the sound being repeated. Onomatopoeia, whiz, pop, then rhyme, lambing, pentameter, and all these are examples of different poetic devices that are used in the poetry. Some also are over there. Examples, imagery is a concept that is quite easy to understand. It is simply the use of vivid description in order to explain a situation to a reader. And there are some examples of imagery that mostly poets use or writers used in their writings. Then there is a rhyming poem. Here, a rhyming poem is a verse poem that contains rhyming words at the end of a certain lines, and they create a kind of rhyme in each line. For that, how do dreams know when to creep into my head when I fall off to sleep? Here, creep and sleep are the rhyming words, and they are like that. Poems are called rhyming poems. This is the way that how we will make rhyming scheme. Mostly the questions that comes into the paper of the students, and it has been said that this is the stanza and you have to write the rhyming scheme of this stanza. So in this way you will write this rhyming scheme. First you will identify the rhyming words, and the same rhyme words you will give them alphabets. For example, here cornflakes, we will give it a name of A. Dish and swish, this is a second rhyme, so we will give it the name B. Then noon and spoon, this is the third rhyme, then we will give it the name C. Here the rhyming scheme will become A B C C B. So like that you will make the rhyming scheme. Similarly in the next stanza, swifter, A, slow and snow, it is a B. Shakes and flakes, a C. So like that the rhyming scheme will be developed. What is rhyme? There are two types of rhyme. Repetition of the accented vowel sounds has the same end sound as another word. Example, mean and scream. Internal rhyme, rhyming words within a line of the poetry. And external rhyme, rhyming words at the ends of the lines. So I hope that I have explained you all these terms very well. Consonants, we have already discussed it, that the repeated consonant sounds can be anywhere in the words. Okay, not only in the starting. In alliteration, there are the repetition of the consonant sounds in the starting of the word, but In consonants, repetition of the consonant sounds can be anywhere in the words. So that is called consonance. These are some examples of consonants. At midnight in the month of June, I stand beneath my stick moon, then dewy dwim, dripping drop by drop, universal valley. Here V has come in the center of that word. So this is the difference that you should keep in your mind, that consonance is the repetition of the consonant sound that can come into anywhere in the world word, but in alliteration it is just a repetition of the consonant sound that comes into the starting of every word. So I hope, guys, that you have understand this whole lecture very well. Listen it again and again. I hope that all the poetic devices will become very easy for you to identify in the stanza that is given to you.